Uh-oh, what will we do? Nailed it! Nailed the obstacle. Woo, feeling good, feeling good. Fence. Better to run sometimes. What's going on, everyone? My name is Simon, and in this video I'm going to talk about wild camping for under a budget of, to be decided, £200 probably. So I found a nice little opening just here. There are loads of bikes in the background cycling past. There's a path just there, so I've found a nice opening. I'm going to pitch some of the budget camping gear that I started with and just show you guys a little bit about how you can do wild camping. If you want to do it on a budget, it's possible. Here are some of the things that I had to start with. It'll be the big three of the sleeping bag, tent and sleeping mat. I'm going to set up the kit now. Running has worn me out and heated me up. Time to remove the fleece, I think. I'm just going to give it the knee. Give it the knee. And there she is. So this is the Berghaus Peak 3.1. I'm sure a lot of you guys would have seen this tent. I'll put the weights and all that kind of stuff below. Slightly worn out. I've not pitched this for a long time and it probably took me about 5 or 6 minutes. Berghaus Peak 3.1. This cost me around £60. Berghaus don't sell tents on their website. However, I found a tent similar to this. It's the OEX Bobcat. You can get it through Millets. And it's a fantastic tent. And the thing I like about this tent is it has good blackout inside, so you can sleep easily. So obviously lighter mornings now, and you can wake up and get some decent sleep and not have to worry about it. And decent enough porch size as well. You'll see in there. Actually, you'll see some just around the back battle scars. And so the purpose of the video is to show you guys that you don't need to spend a huge amount to get into this hobby that we all enjoy. You can do it on a budget. Get the whole point. People will say buy cheap, buy twice. Totally understand that. However, if you're just getting into something new, it can be quite an expensive hobby. The way I did it is I bought some kind of medium quality gear. Berghaus and those kind of names are quite good quality, and yes, you can do it for a lot cheaper than that. I've said under £200 in this video, but you can do it for a lot cheaper than that. However, I wanted to start with some reasonable quality gear, and then as you progress you can kind of sell things easily, swap them on eBay, and I've got another video talking about that if you like the hobby, because you don't know if you're going to like it, right? So this is kind of good entry level items. Next up, guys, is the Berghaus self-inflating mat. It weighs around 560 grams and it's comfortable. Don't get me wrong, sleeping, I've said in previous videos, is super important, but for your first mat this is perfect. It's got a material on the surface there that stops you slipping off, and the cost was around £30. So again, not expensive. So it has a valve here which you just press to let the air out, press to let it back in. So to a degree it will inflate by itself. You have to blow in it as well, and a few breaths and it's blown up, so super easy. Okay, so next up is the sleeping bag then. This is the Vango Senen 250. So it's 3-season. It is heavy. It weighs 1.65 kilograms. Tip for you guys, what I didn't realize is that these straps, you can actually compress it right down. So this is enormous, to be honest. You will have seen my new sleeping bag. This is pretty huge and it will fill up a lot of your pack. However, you can compress it down. If you pull these straps nice and tight, you can get it into a much more reasonable size, and then that will sit in the bottom of your backpack. So let's get it out. So there it is, guys. It's the Vango Senen 250. It's not the lightest, but it's decent. It's comfortable, synthetic. It's nice and warm. And it cost me around £30 to £35. So the aim with this video, as I said, everything for under £200. You can get out here and enjoy this hobby. It's got a hood, which is nice. And it feels more like a duvet. I actually prefer it to the down bag that I've got at the moment in that way. It feels a bit more like my bed. comfort rating of 2 degrees and a limit of -3. Let me show you. So there it is. That's the full setup. And all of that isn't gonna break the bank, you know, so it's doable if you want to just get out there. And as I said, you can do trades, and the market is pretty vibrant online, so if you wanted to kind of trade this stuff in and get more expensive things, or if you decided you didn't like it, and I doubt that would be the case, or I hope that wouldn't be the case, then you can easily sell on your items, especially now during the summer when everyone is wanting to get into this kind of thing. Just a couple more little bits of kit that you don't really need to go wild camping, but I've got this little stool. To be honest, I've actually yet to use this, but I really like it. It cost me, I think, around £5. So yeah, and it's just, sometimes it's nice to have something to sit down, on. I'm getting old. But if you don't fancy that and you want something a bit lighter, then there's a Multimat make a good range of mats. Right, I suppose I better get this packed away. Right, so guys, sorry for the dodgy voiceover, but I've just looked on Millet's website, just in terms of rucksacks then, and found this Bango Sherpa 65-litre rucksack. So it's only £45. So again, it's not going to break the bank if you're just trying to get into wild camping. This could be something that's ideal. It looks fantastic, and you can always trade it in if you want to for something more expensive later on, or you could even sell it if you didn't want it later on. So yeah, in my opinion, this looks fantastic for a beginner's backpack if you're just starting out on your first trip and you want to dip your toe into the world of wild camping. Done. Bag, fleece, stool, mostly all packed away. Right, I've got to get going. Time to work, but thanks so much for tuning in. Hopefully that gives everyone just a little bit of kind of advice on if they want to get into this hobby. It doesn't have to be super expensive. You can get into backpacking and hiking and wild camping for under £200, and to be honest, you could pay whatever you wanted to pay. You can always get stuff on eBay, is a good one for kind of second-hand items, and often they're in really good condition. So I've said under £200, and as I've mentioned, I tend to go for kind of medium quality stuff when I started out. But really, if you wanted to spend under £150, £100, you could probably get everything, even for that price. So hopefully this has been helpful. Hit subscribe if you're new around here. That really helps to support the channel. Don't forget to comment down below. Really helpful to get your feedback on the videos. Let me know what you want to see, if there's anything new, or have any questions. I respond to all of the comments below. And I'll see you on the next video. I just forgot how awesome that tent was. I love that tent.